So this is just a very short video on rendering and sketching, particularly with like a wood grain effect. So essentially what I've got here is a very simple finger joint, and essentially I want to draw something a little bit like this onto here. So I want to be able to draw like this grain here, these kind of rings on the end, and I want to do that on all of these surfaces here. So I'm just going to start by setting out like a kind of a nice base yellow, because what I've got there is pine, so it's kind of got that yellowish colour to it. Okay, and I do try to follow kind of the isometric shape there that I have. Okay, now if I've got like a definite end here, I'll go up to the end, but because I'm just kind of worried about here, I'm just going to draw or render in this space and kind of following along with the direction even within that end grain. Okay, so once I have that, I tend to find it easiest to go from the end grain. So just these wooden rings here. Nothing exact about this. That you don't have to worry too much about getting this exact or perfect. The general rule with a lot of this stuff is if it looks good, it is good. So taking this kind of end grain here, you can see that it just kind of follows along here at the side. So we're going to just do the same thing in here. And kind of going back to those half moon shapes there. And in here, just because I can't see the underside of this, essentially, I'm just going to kind of estimate to the best of my ability there. Okay. I can then start to kind of add this grain effect here. So essentially where this grain meets the end of these corners here, and I might add in one or two just along there as well. And it kind of all kind of accumulates to have something a bit like this. This kind of a flame effect that you might end up with having there. Again, just adding there. So I can kind of see there now, that's my wood grain effect. That's kind of my edge. Now after this I can take like a nice fine line pen. You can do this either with a ruler or freehand, depending on your ability. But I think it kind of gives a nice, like, definite, clear line about where these are going. Similarly here and here. Okay. You can do the same on this here, so just kind of bearing in mind what your end grain is going to be here. So just have to kind of bear in mind that this is your end grain here at the end. So just kind of nearly opposite to what you've already got here. So again, kind of my wood grain, I suppose I'll kind of go from here maybe. So again, these kind of half moons following along the grain there. If you want to add another one there that's kind of running off the edge, no problem. And then again, because I can't really see the underside, I can just kind of make a guess there. And then, yeah, this is a fairly straight grain that I'm drawing here. Yeah, something a bit like that. You know, nothing that you can get too stressed about. This is just learning how to sketch. Okay. Same idea there. And then just title it